What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a complete live trading session as well as live analysis discussion about trading psychology, technical and fundamental aspect of trading like we do every trading day, Monday to Friday. This is the first day of trading week after NFP. The market, as you can see, doing exactly according to the analysis. Gold has a gap opening and a strong breakout, so we place a pending order on the gap. Let's see how it does. We'll discuss everything, guys and girls. Before I begin this session, make sure you give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Make sure you do that so that you don't miss out any of the content that we are releasing every single day. Now, looking at first of all gold, what we see that gold, there was a gap opening on gold in that zone you have seen early today. Is a quite significant thing to look at, because when you see this kind of gap opening, there is a couple of things may happen. It's starting of a big upward move, or it could be just starting of a reversal. So look at which one is likely to be happening. So early today, when the market opened, we placed a pending order which is still yet to be triggered. So let me look at first of all daily chart to see how gold is doing. Now looking at daily, what I see that, guys, daily you can see there is a gap opening and there's a weakless candle on the daily. Now if I show something like that, these things happen over and over in the market. You can see there's one here as well like that. And if you look at higher time frame as well, the same thing. You can see there's a monthly gap opening and created this big monthly candle. Now we see that gold in fact opened with a gap, with a weakless candle. This is what exactly expected in my weekly forex forecast. You have seen that, and also in all the analysis, that gold is likely to be bullish. And guys, gold is doing exactly as it is. So let's find out where we can see suitable trading opportunity. For me, the best place I will be happy to open position when I will see that gold on a daily level of support. If you draw a line here, you can see that there is a daily gap opening and a daily support zone here. Okay, so that's a crucial point for gold later today. If it drops to this level, which is likely to happen, can give us really nice looking entry. And that is why I have placed a pending order along this zone for gold to give us a suitable entry. Now from the 1 hour perspective, we saw that gold has come to this gap level again. The bulls has created another bullish move. So this gap has not been filled yet. If I draw this resistance zone on this gap, and also there is a support zone here. Okay, we see that still almost 13 pip gap is still remaining in that zone. And as you know, the market doesn't like gap, and what I think that at some point we should see gold is coming back down, filling that gap, and then pushing high again. So with that being said, what I will be waiting for gold to give us an entry opportunity along this zone, and as soon as I will find that, I'll be going long on gold. And if it happens during this live session, definitely we'll jump on a trade, guys and girls. So make sure you use the live chat. If you have any question, let me know what's your thought on gold and how you are trading. I think that I didn't turn on the camera. That's ridiculous. Okay, guys, you can see me now. I think you missed me a couple of minutes. I was just busy on analyzing, and I thought that you guys didn't see me, so you missed me. Let me know in the chat now how you can see me now or no. Good morning, coach GJ. And gold, so we look at gold, there is a probability to go up. Good morning, thank you. Richie, good morning, coach. Thank you, sir. Please come front of camera. Yes, thank you. It was just turned off during the weekly forex forecast and has not been turned on, and I was busy in broadcasting. So yeah, thank you very much. Awesome, looks very good. So let's look at now how other instruments are doing. We saw that gold has a strongly bullish move, and AUD USD, this is what also exactly expected on AUD USD, the price to give us a bullish momentum. Market open with a weakless candle from the support, and we see that the market now pushing high. Looking at daily now with a weakless candle on the daily, AUD USD now going up. Let's see what kind of opportunity we may have in this instrument. Looking at weekly first of all, pardon me, monthly. Now from the monthly, we see that AUD USD primarily after the previous monthly drop primarily has a rejection to the downside, guys and girls. Before I progress further, guys, I need one thing: give a big like. I'll pause for 2 seconds so that everyone can press the like button and also subscribe button so that you don't miss out any of the content, and also you're helping the channel. Thank you for your help. Amazing. So let's move on. Now we see that AUD USD from the monthly after the previous monthly long bearish engulfer, this month after little retracement the price started to drop. Okay, now with that drop there is a previous resistance zone coming up with this support, and we saw that the price now rejecting from this level. Okay, so quite significant level of support, this resistance here turning support here. Looking at the weekly, now this is where the key points to look at is that you can see on the market opening we have seen there is a weakless candle so far, and there is a significant movement happened so far. Almost 83 pip moved as soon as market open on this one. So what I'm expecting on AUD USD, guys, I think that this market might come back to the weekly resistance zone again. What I think that it might even break this weekly resistance zone, and then we could see another attempt from the seller. The reason is you can see that this market has come to this zone where there's a no man's land, and this is also a very important level of support, and from that support we have seen that the market started to push up, and you see there is a big movement here in this weekly. Now with that move there is only one narrow green candle is not related to the movement, so that provides a huge liquidity for this move. Now with that liquidity, what I think that this price highly likely will travel to the zone, grab liquidity, and then we could see another drop. So with that being said, I think that AUDUSD will push up further, will break this high, and then coming back down. Now if I look at daily, this is the daily, you see back-to-back 3 dojis and the price reverse. So with that reversal, what I think that this market highly likely will break this high, okay, will create an overextended market, and then we could see that this market is coming back down again. So from the lower time frame perspective, we saw that this movement happened, and after consolidation the price has broken to the upside. Okay, so with that breakout we can expect this price to merge with this, this is the support zone on AUDUSD, significant level of support. Okay, we see this, the support here, support here, support here, which is turning resistance, and from that level what we can expect AUDUSD to go ahead and test this level as a resistance, and then to give us suitable entry opportunity. So with that being said, let's look at, there is already, you can see there is already an impulse here from this level, and what I think that highly likely the price might break this high little bit, and from that zone we could see that AUDUSD is just reversing back to the downside. So let's see how it does. Thank you very much for being here, and also let me know in the chat which one you are looking at. Hello sir, you are not in camera. I have come back. Thank you very much. Good morning. Some analysis on US30. Yeah, absolutely, we'll look at it. Safari. Hi coach, can you please GBP/JPY on the next 4 hour? What's your thought? All right, we'll look at ENPR as well. Good morning. Thank you. Hi master. What's your average time to find trade in pairs? What's your average time to find a trade in pairs? Okay, it's a very depends, normally to find trade, I look at the candle close. So I mostly look at 4 hour candle close because this is where I find very convenient for finding the trading opportunity, because all day long looking at charts sometimes become very tedious. And also what I have seen in my journey, it's a big part of trading psychology, is that the longer you look at the chart and try to find a trade, highly likely that your mind will convince you take a trade when it is not there. So if you are trading for some time, I'm sure that you have experienced that taking a trade and then realizing that it's not the trade actually. So this happened to me over and over again, when I look for chart over and over a long time trying to analyze, and then I started to convince myself to take a trade which is not there. Rather, I found a very effective way is to take a trade is make myself busy in something else that I love, some other passions, or reading something or doing something, and then come to a very important zone timing, in a high volatility situation on the market. Take 10-15 minutes time to analyze, or 20 minutes max, half an hour, shortlist the pair and then set the trade and leave the desk. This is the beauty of being a trader. That's why I say that trading is freedom. And the most important, there are some very good aspect as a trader, is that when you learn strategies, okay, when you have gone through all the difficult part of trading, it brings you a huge relief and freedom. Just little investment, spend 30 minutes, 15 minutes a day, even on the daily chart, set the trade, forget it, go for swimming, holiday, a lot of things, that will really, really help to reduce the stress from work. Trust me, this is a beauty that I found in trading, because when I did job, it was really horribly painful for me. Maybe it's for me a bit more, could be different for others, but for me it was really, really very stressful, and I was trying to find a way to overcome that. And even I don't recommend you guys to quit a job and start trading, but what I recommend you make a side income in trading that will give you a relief from job. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to leave the job, but it really helps to reduce the stress of job, because when you have income, that's a big part, isn't it? And over time, when you evolve, have a good account size, consistently profitable trader, and that the opportunity comes, we can do anything we want. So that's why trading is just need a laptop or a mobile phone or a PC, a strategy, understanding the market, and then press the button. So that's the thing. So yeah, the only thing that I would recommend you guys, stick to the game, learn, focus on learning. Instead of losing money, I would recommend you to focus on learning. This is the mistake that I did. That's why I say everyone that invest on your education rather than losing money. So let's look at GJ, how it is doing. Looking at GBP. Okay, let me look at, before going to GJ, dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen, you can see that it's doing exactly what we started with. Looking at monthly first of all. Okay, okay, what I have seen so far, dollar yen is bearish. This is what I have started when I started trading. I started, pardon me, when I started the chart, I looked at that chart for potential bearish setup. So if I look at the weekly on dollar yen, we saw the previous week there was a strong middleman has formed on the weekly, okay, doji. So we saw that in that weekly doji, dollar yen has a strong liquidity grab from this resistance level. Now with that liquidity grab, we have seen the dollar yen, a big long candle. As soon as market opens, so far we have seen a strong drop. Now looking at daily, now this is the daily middleman, which is very significantly bearish. This is what I exactly expected in the weekly forex forecast. And once the market opened today, we see that there is a wickless candle and then rejection from this resistance zone. So from the lower time frame perspective on dollar yen, we see from the 4-hour previous session there was a red candle. This session we saw that after testing this level, the price now feeling that weak. For me, I'll be really happy to sell dollar yen from that level, which is a very important level on dollar yen. This is the previous resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, support here, support here, support here, support here. Will be turning as a resistance with a 20 EMA, a bit longer distance, but I think that if the dollar yen is managed to reach that level, will be a very good place, or at least breaking the daily high, because there is an imbalance in this market. You can see that there is a support here and there is a resistance here, and there is an imbalance in that zone. So with that imbalance, well, I think that dollar yen highly likely to go ahead and test this level and then to drop from that zone. So with that being said, let's look at to see on the other hand, if I see dollar yen, let's say, because this market might break down, okay, because yen might get stronger with some fundamental aspect of yen. In case if it is strongly breaking, then we will be looking for a shorting opportunity along this zone, but I need to see a clean price action for potential selling opportunity on dollar yen. Okay, so yeah, so dollar yen looks like that bearish. Let's see how it does. Hello coach, could you please have a look at EuroCAD? Does a reversal seem likely? EuroCAD, I'll look at it. Thanks. Continue doing this live trading, help a lot. Thank you, Arnold. Yeah, I'll be keep doing it. This is my love. I love doing it, and I will keep doing it for the rest of my life. Beige, thank you. Just sold a UD CAD. Just you sold a UD CAD. We'll look at it. Catherine, good morning. Thank you. Any suggestion on euro, dollar, GBP, USD? Yeah, absolutely. CHF, AUD, CAD. So, yeah. Good morning, sir. Your analysis is simple and easy to understand. Thank you, Devashish, for your appreciation. Yeah, I try to give from my heart, as simply as possible, because trading is in fact nothing complex. It's just sometime in the beginning it looks like complex. That's why I tell you, you see my chart, very simple, only 2 moving averages. There's nothing else, pure price action. If you look at professional trader who are truly successful in trading, you will see their chart is very clean, because this is in fact the true essence of trading. understanding the price action. Market structure and price action will tell you exactly what's happening. These candles that you see, red and green, they are basically representation of the activities happening on the other side of the market. And indicators are lagging. You'll see that indicator will tell you what happened in the past and not the current situation in the market. So that's why I rely on price action and market structure, and I found my the real strategy, real success in that part of trading. And you see that once you understand it, it becomes much easier. Just you need to be a little bit on it and then practice it a little bit, and it's easy. Nasdaq, thank you. Thank you very much. Nasdaq 100. Okay, I'll be looking at Nasdaq now. Let's look at. All right, so we saw that Nasdaq. This is my weekly forex forecast. What I did, the analysis, still the arrow is there, support is there, and we saw that Nasdaq had a bounce. Let's look at now where it is going to do. Now looking at first of all weekly. All right. Firstly, we saw that Nasdaq on the weekly, there was a gap opening, gap up. Okay, I'll be looking at monthly first of all. Now from the monthly perspective, we see that Nasdaq, there was a doji on the monthly previous months. You have seen that doji. Okay, now let me show you something. You see this doji on the monthly. Okay, now this doji, there is a support here, right, and there is a resistance here. Now when we see this kind of doji, previous months there was a big bullish candle followed by a doji. For me, this is also a kind of bullish price action. The reason is, you see this doji has formed in a very important level of monthly support zone. There is a support here. You see quite a few monthly opening and closing. So when you see this kind of doji, normally you'll see the price will break the low and then will go up again. And we saw that with the monthly opening, right, Nasdaq did exactly as it is. We saw that the price has broken the low, created an overextended market, and then we have seen there is an impulse to the upside. Now with that impulse, the price initially initiated a movement to the upside on Nasdaq. This movement, after the breaking the monthly low, initiated a movement to the upside. And what I think that if I consider the half of this monthly week, we have seen already the price created a range bound on this. And what I think that this market might remain in this zone in the upcoming weeks. So because the price, you can see on the support here of this range, now we can expect a push to the upside, try to break this high and then coming back down. So from the monthly, we see that Nasdaq is showing a bullish move. Now looking at the weekly, this is the weekly price action. We can see that the price on a month, weekly level of support. This is the support here. Quite a few weeks opening and closing along this weekly 20 EMA. The price has formed a support level, a strong weekly support. And as you can see, the price already respected the weekly low here. Okay, what I think, this price now slowly might go up, highly likely to test this resistance zone. Now looking at daily, now today's candle, you can see after opening with a gap, slowly pushing high. So we see from the higher time frame and the lower time frame, the price is showing a bullish momentum. Now for me, what I think that is, this is the 4 hour, which is closing in 2 hours 10 minutes. What I think, this market might come back down a little bit further, and then we could see that this market is going up. So for me, Nasdaq is bullish. We might see an inverted head and shoulder, especially along this gap opening zone. We should see some bullish move from here on Nasdaq. Okay, so for me it's bullish, but let it come down for a deeper retracement, then we can expect the price to have a bullish move. Okay guys, so in the meantime, as you can see, there is a candle closing, I think, on most of the pairs. So you see dollar CAD, daily chart, NZD, AUD NZD for me is bearish. AUD CHF, we see that all those AUD pairs now coming up for a deeper retracement. So we saw a candle has closed. Let me look at how they did. Okay, so euro dollar formed a bullish candle. Okay, this is, for me, euro dollar is significantly bullish. We saw that there was a gap opening, and then so far this market is bullish. And if you look at the weekly and monthly, we see that euro dollar now, creating a bullish momentum. And what I think that euro dollar might continue to go up. Okay, if I look at weekly, see that there was a bullish candle followed by a doji. Now the price opened with a gap and it is pushing high. Now looking at daily, we saw that on the daily, you see this is a sign of further bullish move. Let me tell you how the daily price action has formed on euro dollar. You can see there is a channel here, and the price, in fact, this is the daily channel. The price has, in fact, this is the channel on the daily. The price was moving along this zone. Okay, and with that movement, what we have seen that this market has broken down to the downside, and with that breakdown, the price grabbed liquidity, created a higher low, and then has gone back to the range again in this level. So that's the sign that euro dollar now will prepare for bigger move. Why? Because when the market creates a break, and if it fails to do that, has gone to the range again, that means that it's a false breakout. Now when you see a false breakout, that's the where the big boys gather liquidity to move the price the other direction. And this is the daily chart, which in fact quite significant. So with that said, euro dollar will continue to rise up in this direction. So this is what I think that, keep in mind, guys, everything here is only for educational purpose. I could be wrong at any point. It's trading. It's all about probability. So with that being said, let me look at how it does. Now you can see this is the candle has closed, which is in fact a middleman with a liquidity grab. Okay, so I will be waiting now for a slower retracement, okay, for an entry opportunity. I'll try to go long on euro dollar as soon as I will find entry opportunity. There's a gap here, and I think that at some point we should see the price coming back down here to fill the gap, or at least we should see the price is coming to this liquidity zone. So yeah, already you see there is already a different time frame, shows a little bit different way, but you know, along this line where you see this trend line is a very crucial point for euro dollar. There's a weekless candle here as well. So the starting of the, so with that weekless candle, okay, as soon as the market will drop to this level, we will be waiting for potential bullish trading opportunity on euro dollar. I will be waiting for, you know, a bullish setup, and you can see that euro dollar pardon me, this price action and market structure is quite significantly bullish. Okay, so let's see what happened. Ozzy, and thank you, Rachel. Hello coach, do you think euro AUD is priming itself for a reversal? It appears there was a false breakout on the 4-hourly followed by an engulfing candle. What's your thought? I'll look at it. AUD CAD, NASDAQ, NZD, Shan, good morning master. Why the gap is created after weekend, especially in gold? So gap you know that gap normally happen in any time, may happen, especially in the weekend it happens more. So there is a very, you know, sensible reason for opening with gap is, you know, that as a retail trader we see that the market is closed during the weekend, but you know, normally it is open for big boys. So there is something happen, as you have seen. There was early morning, if you look at the news calendar, so with that news calendar we have seen that there was a news came, you know, federal announcement. So this kind of news in normally they have an impact on, big impact on the market. So there is something happened during the weekend and there's a lot of trade, you know, placed or closed, and because of that change we see the gap opening. So it's a normal, you see all the time it happens. Weekend gap, if you look at the weekly chart you'll see that there's a big gap here, there's a gap here. Okay, in most week you'll see some gap, you know, you see there is a gap here almost every week. It's a big gap here. So it's because of the weekend, you know, some trading, some decision changes, some fundamental changes. So it's not that much of big things to look at, but the best part in it, when there is a gap we can look to find trading opportunity around that zone. So we saw that on gold there is in fact a big gap opening, and that gap is in fact bullish. You can see that there was a, with that gap there was a doji just above this gap, and as a result we have seen a big move happen to the upside from that gap. So yeah, so we'll be waiting for an entry on gold as well. What I think that we should see, because this gap on gold is still not fully covered, there's still a gap, and market doesn't like to leave an imbalance. So what I think that we should see is some drop to fill that gap, and once you'll see the market fill that gap on the retest, we can expect to find bullish trading opportunity on that instrument. Gold, yeah. Okay, Euro AUD, look at it. Gbpusd, Mansuki, no problems. Thanks, I have learned huge things from you. Thank you very much for your appreciation. Yep, I try to give as much as I can to the community so that everyone can be benefited. Okay, so okay, Euro AUD. Looking at the monthly, weekly, Euro AUD is a bullish market, long-term bull market. You can see that. And if I look at first of all monthly, right, there's something that we need to look at. That's why multi-time frame is so important. And you know that I always look at the multi-time frame. I think that without multi-time frame analysis, it is almost impossible to find a clear idea about the market. That's what I found in my long career. So that's why I always look at the multi-time frame, and you see that there is a monthly rejection here. Okay, and this is a big starting of a big move on Euro AUD on the monthly. Created this move, started from here and created this move, and now we saw that Euro AUD in the same level, same resistance zone. Now what is going to happen is that breaking to the upside, or it is rejecting. What I think that the price might break this high, and then later we could see rejection. So looking at weekly, you can see there is a weekly candle, big bullish candle, followed by this week. So far the price has broken the high, now coming down. Now because it's an important resistance level, though we think that it might break, still we could see strong drop, a deeper retracement. What I think that in that movement on Euro AUD, we might see that this price is coming back to this level where there is a resistance zone, which is turning support here on Euro AUD. So with that being said, let's look at now daily. Okay, so we see that from the daily already the price has an impulse, narrow doji impulse. What I think, this price highly likely will break this doji's low, will come back to this level where there is the previous resistance on the daily. We are expecting it here, resistance here, turning support along with this daily 20 EMA, and from here we will see that buyers again buying this market, which is highly likely to happen. So with that being said, on the lower time frame, now this is where the crucial part for me. I will be going long on Euro AUD after breaking this this market structure, because when the price reject from such an important level, from this kind of resistance zone, you can expect this price to come back to break the local structure and then to give us another buying opportunity. So for me, Euro AUD, for the short term perspective, we see some movement, but the trend is up. Okay, the long term trend is up. Now if I draw this trend line, then you'll see exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, so yeah, we'll be waiting for Euro AUD to draw back to this trend line, which is in fact, which will be a break of this local market structure on the lower time frame, and give us overextended to the downside against the trend, and falling back to this trend line. This is the support here, support here, support here, support here, and also support here, right? Will be a very good place for potential bullish trading opportunity according to our strategy. So I'll be waiting for your AUD to come back down and then to give us bullish, because it's a long-term bull market. In this kind of market, selling is not a good idea at all unless you are trading on 5 minutes or lower than that. and you have a clear strategy. Otherwise, for a high probability trade setup, I'll be waiting for your AUD to come back to this important level for a potential bullish trading opportunity. All right, guys. Gbpusd, yep, we'll look at it. Good day, sir. Good morning, thank you. So please tell about Euro AUD mistake. Okay, so you talk about which way you stuck. Let me know. NZD USD. JJ Gold, CHFJPY. Martin, you're welcome. Thank you. Mohanad, hi coach, hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, I had a good weekend, Mohanad, thank you very much. US30, absolutely look at it. We looked at NASDAQ, now we look at it US30. Guys, free Telegram channel, link posted on the chat. You can join the free Telegram channel for all the updates that we are posting every day, so that you can stay up to date. And any live trade you open, if we keep that running even after the live session, we'll be posting all the updates on the free Telegram channel. So link is given on the chat, and also there is a link in the description. You can join the free Telegram channel. And also if you want to have more to speed up your learning process to become an independent professional trader, learn our strategies, and also trade with us in a private Telegram channel, link in the description area. You can visit the website to join us to become a part of this great trading community. And also there is a link at the top of this chat, the website address. You can join there. Okay, so I'm looking at now JPY pairs. So let me look at Aussie yen. Okay, if I look at monthly on Aussie yen, we saw that this market is significantly bearish. We saw from this resistance zone there is a big drop to this level. Okay, strong rejection, and with that monthly impulse on Aussie yen, we have seen from this level this movement happen, followed by we have seen a correction. Now we see that Aussie yen again breaking to the downside. There was a doji on the monthly previous months. This month from this level we have seen that Aussie yen again rejecting. Now with that rejection, what we can expect on Aussie yen, this is the support level below this doji, which is turning resistance. What I think that Aussie yen, after going little bit of upside, we should see another wave of drop, as this market, you can see it's now bearish. Why? Because higher time frame impulse correction, it is in another impulsive phase. Now with that impulse, we can expect this market at least come back to this monthly support zone. Looking at weekly, okay, so we saw that from the weekly previous week there was a strong breakdown. This is the weekly price action, and with that breakdown we saw the structure created. There is a double top here, has broken down from this double top on Aussie yen, leaving a support zone here below this doji, which is turning resistance, along with this weekly 20 EM, and also there is also another level here. Let's draw both of this level to see where we can find suitable selling opportunities. So what I think that Aussie yen, we might see this, because this is the weekly price action, we might see initially one rejection from here, and then we might see another push up and then another rejection from here. So these are the two zones. This week will be a very good place, in my opinion, for possible selling opportunity on Aussie yen. Looking at daily, now from the daily you can see that these two levels that we have drawn are quite significant. First of all, this is the level where there is a daily doji, narrow doji, and this narrow doji, you can see there was a daily movement here, okay, a big movement on the daily, and in that red movement there is only one green candle, narrow candle on the daily, which is not related to this movement. Okay, it's the support here, turning support here, turning resistance, providing a huge liquidity for this movement to the upside. And with that being said, what I will be waiting on Aussie yen, the price to go ahead and test this level, this support, turning resistance, and then to give us potential another selling opportunity. So with that being said, monthly, weekly, we saw the two levels that we can look at on Aussie yen for potential trading opportunity. Now this is the lower time frame where we see the market created nice looking downtrending market structure, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. Now we can expect another correction and to have another drop. So for me, especially, let's say if the price going up to this 20 EMA, breaking this high, testing this liquidity zone, can give us very nice looking selling opportunity. I think at some point we should see some upward movement on this one, and I will be actively waiting to find a trading opportunity along this zone on Aussie yen for this move towards the downside. Guys, hopefully that you're enjoying this session. Let me know in the chat if you have any question, and also don't forget to like the stream and also subscribe. By liking and subscribing, you are also helping the stream to be at the top of the search engine, and also you are helping the channel and also helping yourself to see a lot of content every day. As you have seen, I'm posting, will be on your home page, will help you to become a profitable and informed, skilled traders. So looking back to the chat, let me look at. ZD, look at it. Good morning, sir. Thank you. Good morning. Motivational speaker Nate. Coach, did you do Euro USD? Could you pray to take a long until New York opens because of this bank shutdown stuff? Don't worry, these things, it's a short-term stuff and should be fine. If you are afraid, just wait. Okay, the real trader, there are some aspect not only in trading, you can apply this method in your life as well. So how does it work? Let's say when the market is crazy, wait. When you think that something is going wrong, don't do anything, wait. Okay, wait. When you see that everything's calm, then take your trade or do what you need to do. They said that when, let's say you are a fisherman and you want to catch fish from the water. Okay, how do you do that? If you go to the water that is, let's say, turbulent, okay, very volatile water, you can't see anything underneath what is there. All right, so what you need to do, you just wait, let the water settle down, become clean, transparent, and you can see every fish down the water, and you can catch whatever you want to do. It's applied to our mind also. They said that our mind, if you look at, because we all are human being and we have a mind, and all the decision comes from mind and heart, so you need to also apply the same principle that I'm not saying that you need to, I apply this way, is that the mind is like that same water. So they said that there is always polarity in the mind. So you'll see at some point very happy, okay, you are very happy, enthusiastic, motivated, but you see that it will slowly will create another, like a correction. So you see at some point the mind will be volatile. Okay, probably you will experience some kind of resistance in the mind, feel like not doing, not things going well, things are not okay, and that is where the mind is volatile. When again you see that will subside, will go again, will become peaceful, happy. So this is how everything works. It's like a season. There will be a good time, bad time, like that. So that's why when this happen, let's say the mind is not you are not motivated, you're not feeling well, rather than trading or doing that is a bit involved, little bit of decision sensitive, then I go to the thing to do the things that really make me happy. For example, you can spend time with your friends or family, go for a party, swimming, when you feel very motivated, happy, that's the mind again on gonna at that time focus more on growing, making things that really matters, like that. So in trading also like that, when there is a very extremely unpredictable, just wait for the right time to come, just observe. Observation is the key. The people who knows how to observe, they can understand many things that others don't understand. So important that you develop clear observation. So when these things happen, that as you saw that there is something out there, could be you are not being able to understand, the market is not behaving in the way you expected, just observe and wait for the right time to come. So let's look at gold again, guys. We see that gold from that perspective on gold, there is a doji previous session. This is the lower time frame doji, and then looking at this 1 hour chart, we see the market is still left a gap, and I strongly believe that this market will come down again to fill that gap. Okay, and then probably we'll see another bullish move. Now if I draw this daily level, this is the daily support zone, there is a gap opening with a weekless candle, and you see that this is where a very important level, and you see this is the daily support. There is a 1 hour 20 EMA also merging with that, could be a very good place to look at on the lower time frame. If the price is dropping here, I'll jump on 5 minutes to find bullish trading opportunity along this zone on this instrument. Okay, so if the price drop this level in this zone, we will be waiting for potential let's say in the 5 minutes. This is the daily you see there is a gap. This gap is very readily available in this time frame. Okay, and highly likely this market at some point should come to fill that gap, as the market doesn't love to the market doesn't like to leave the gap unchecked. So you could see that at some point the price is coming down to fill that gap, and then we might see that the market again going to the upside. So on the 5 minutes, I will be waiting here for potential buying opportunity in this market. So from the 15 minutes, let me see how it is doing here. See back to back to, okay, on the 15 minutes we see that back to back to liquidity gap here. There's one here, there's one here, there's quite a few candles. I think this one is now slowly, this is gold on 15, I think slowly creating, you know, a momentum for coming back down to this level, okay, to fill that gap. And around 1867 is the daily support, okay, and highly likely the price, if the price drop to this level on this daily support, I will be waiting for potential, you know, bullish setup on the lower time frame for short term at least. And could you did you do Euro USD yet? Okay, we'll discuss. Master, do you remember if yeah, I do remember. They are very vivid. My first profit and loss, yes. You know, I remember in the beginning I made more loss than profit, so I remember the loss, in fact, because, you know, profit came later after I become very good at it. In the beginning only there was loss, and the biggest loss that I had, as I mentioned, that 90k in a single night, okay, when I started trading, and that's a very traumatic. And you know, I was doing a full-time job and I accumulated a big account size for trading, and then you know, I thought the trading is so easy. I didn't take any education, and I just, you know, open position without learning, without understanding. And after I had one loss on gold, I remember, and I started to, you know, take more trades to recover that loss, and then more trade, and then more trade, and in a matter of 2 to 3 hours wiped out, okay. So it was devastating because that's the only the account that I had, and that, you know, gave me a big lesson, you know. So, you know, any setback, any failure is in fact a success as long as you learn from it. And I had to learn from it. That make me learning, understanding how trading works. But, you know, that's why I recommend you guys not to trade on a bigger account in the beginning. Trade on a smaller account. In fact, I encourage all my students to trade on a smaller account until you become consistently profitable trader, until not only consistently profitable trader, until you learn risk management. You know, nowadays I trade in multiple accounts, and even some accounts, as I mentioned, that some accounts even I don't look at. I set the trade on the higher time frame with a profit target, stop loss, proper risk management. I normally in bigger account don't risk more than 1%, sometimes even less than this, because I normally keep bigger profit target. So if you have, let's say, look, with one strategy, I'll tell you something. The real secret of gaining financial freedom as a trader, trust me. You need one account, no matter how big or small the account is. You need to have at least 2 to 3 strategies that you learn how to trade, and you need to learn risk management, okay. Do not risk more than 1% of your account, and then keep a bigger profit target if you can, you know, keep control on yourself, and then keep trading. If you know, trade management is a big part of trading game, okay. You need to learn how to manage the trade. You know, it's not all about learning proper risk management. Let's say you learn risk management, you risk 1%, but you open 15 trade at a time. You did 1%, okay, that's fine, but you open 15 trade, and all maybe are gold USD, because market normally has two sentiment, either risk off or risk on, either USD bullish or USD bearish. And it normally, it took me a long time to understand this. It normally only head and tail in the market. Trust me, there is nothing else, either head or tail. So how does it work? If you see that gold is going up, you see US30 is going up, NASDAQ is going up, euro dollar going up, AUD USD going up, GBP JPY going up, GBP USD is going up, dollar CAD is going up, dollar yen probably going up or sideways, right? Or down, anyway, one direction. So gold is going up means dollar getting weaker, and there are two, either head or tail. So if you open, let's say, 15 trades in your account, then what's gonna happen, that probably you risk not 1%, you risk 15% of your account money at a time. So it's not that risk management. Risk management is keeping your trade managed, finding the right direction. If you are not sure that, let's say, you took a euro dollar trade bullish and you are not sure how the other one will impact, probably you can stick to one trade at a time. That also I found very effective. This is another way. Let's say you open one trade and let it play out fully until open another trade. This is a very effective strategy. If you feel overwhelmed by trade management strategy, that how should you manage the trade, forget about everything. Open one trade, manage the risk, keep a big profit target with a strategy, and then let the trade play out fully. Let it close by itself, and then look for another trade, do it, and then look for another trade, do it, until one trade is not playing out. You can restrain yourself not to open another trade. And that's how it is possible 100% to become financially free from trading, as long as you have proper trading psychology. You know how to do it. It is, everything is, it's all my opinion, because in my experience, as I mentioned, that everything in this channel is only for educational purpose, nothing to be taken as an investment advice. I'm a trader, just a disclaimer, as I need to give it in this platform. So yeah, very, very easy, not complicated. That's why this academy is created, to give you the strategy, tools, all the things. That's why I tell you, you can join us, visit our website, learn our strategies. Okay, so let me look at I'm just looking at, guys, all of them. We see that candle close timing changes on trading view. Is there any timing changes in your zone? Like, let me know in the chat so that I can readjust my live timing. So you are still on the same time zone in your area. Is there any change in time? Like, let me know in the chat if this happens. Answer, yep. AUD CAD, sir, no problems, thank you. Well, they are talking that this could be contagious. FDIC. You know that's this is a part economy. What we can do. Yeah, you know, there is nothing to be worried about, because during the news, you know, that all brokers has spread widening, which is very normal in all the regulated broker. This happens. Then we can't, you know, the best practice is if you keep a trade is open during the news, then you need to manage the trade. For example, if it is very near to your stop loss or take profit, either you move the stop loss or take profit target, or close the trade based on your account size and everything. Because at the end of the day, during the news, always there is a spread widening during the news. It's not that something anything happen. It's in all the brokers it happens due to the low volume in that time. So the reason during the news the spread widens is because it's a kind of chaos happen during the news. You know, when the news release, there's a panic buying and selling happens. Panic order, you know, closed. The market moves not only for, you know, buying or selling, but also for closing positions. Mostly during the news, people close positions, and because the position closed, the volume became very low. You know, big boys doesn't trade during the news, so all the retail traders trade in news. And because of that, because as spread normally depend on the volume in the market, when there is a low volume, automatically the spreads widens. And because of that, during the news there is a spread widens, and that's nothing to be worried. Just to not to open during that time, or if you have an open position, either close it or manage it. That's the best practice to do that, what I think. All right. Okay, yeah, we'll look at it. Dollar CAD. Yep. Good morning, love this show. I learn every day. Thank you, Canali. Thanks for being here. Thanks for, I appreciate you taking time to give us that. Thank you very much for mentioning that. How long have you been trading for? Yeah, I'm trading for now around 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. How about GBP AUD, sir? You look at it. GBP CAD. Can you look into GBP AUD? I'll look at it. Okay, so look at GBP AUD. In the meantime, anyone looking for a regulated broker, there is a link in the description area for EverTrade. They're regulated. And also I put a link on the live chat. You can use that link to open an account with them. They are regulated, so your capital will be in the safe hand. You can start trading with as minimum capital as you want. So let me look at dollar CAD. Okay, USD CAD, what I mentioned in my weekly forex forecast as well, this market might be bearish. Looking at monthly first of all. Now from the monthly, we have seen the dollar CAD. You can see initially previous week there was an impulse to the upside. Okay, has reached this resistance zone. So with that resistance, you see the price has broken this level, and then now we see the price is coming for a deeper retracement on dollar CAD. If I look at the weekly, we see that from the weekly perspective, there is a weekly impulse followed by this doji. We have seen another weekly bullish candle. So far this week the market opened with a gap. Now the way it has opened, what I think that this week might be dollar CAD remaining bearish, and it might highly likely it will come back to this doji, because you see this structure created, this movement. there is a narrow doji on dollar CAD, which is in fact a very smaller, and this is a high liquidity zone. We should see some drop in this level. Now if I look at daily, you can see there is a daily doji, the price so far rejecting to the downside on dollar CAD. Now looking at further lower time frame on USD CAD, we can see that this market has a head and shoulder, okay, on dollar CAD. So with that head and shoulder, it is leaving a neckline, right? You can see that, which is support here, support here, support here, turning resistance. And dollar CAD for me, you know, it formed a head and shoulder, and what I think that this market slowly, highly likely will come back down to this previous resistance, turning support here. Okay, so with that being said, for me to find a selling opportunity, I need to see dollar CAD has tested this previous support, neckline of this head and shoulder as a resistance, which is normally reversal happen like that, and then from that zone I need to see dollar CAD has broken down. So with that being said, I'll be waiting for a potential selling opportunity along this zone on dollar CAD, and as soon as I will find entry, I'll be jumping on a trade. Okay, see this this one, you'll see me a bit more clearly here. All right, so dollar yen, we have looked at it. Let's look at Gbpusd. Now Gbpusd and euro dollar both have shown initially a bullish move in the beginning of the week. So let's see how it is going now. Now from the daily aspect on Gbpusd, it grabbed liquidity, breaking this support on the daily. Okay, we have seen after, you know, grabbing liquidity, created this impulse to the upside, and with that impulse, what we see that British pound US dollar okay, so yeah, this is the support, and we saw there was a big liquidity grab. It's a false breakout of this support on Gbpusd, and then has broken to the upside. Now the market opened with a gap. What I think now, again, we could see some, you know, this gap is still not fully tested. This is the low of today's, and this is the previous week's close. There is still a big gap remaining here, which is around 20 pip gap. What I think GU is going to do at some point, we should see some downward movement to fill that gap, and then we can find bullish trading opportunity. I'm still bullish, though price on a resistance zone. Let's see how it does. We'll be waiting for this gap to be filled and to give us suitable entry opportunity on this one as well. NZD, yeah. Daylight saving in USA. So in USA, daylight saving, is your time changes? Let me know in the chat. Okay, expect US30, all pairs time changed. March 26th, okay. Yeah, so in Sydney also it's going to change on April, so pardon me, yeah, in April. Okay, so tomorrow CPI, what's your analysis? Okay, look, so tomorrow there are quite a few news coming up. GBP USD, very volatile going to be. I love this kind of news. There is a GBP USD is going to be volatile. That's why I was looking at GBP USD. What I think that CPI as you can see, the price on a resistance zone. For me, I'm still bullish on Gbpusd. I will be waiting for the price to fill that gap along with this daily 20 MA. We should find bullish trading opportunity, and I'll keep eye on all of them for a suitable entry. NCD, we see that especially GBP and gold. Now gold, you can see it's now coming for a retracement, so I will be waiting for this gap, especially for gold. For me is the daily support level around 1867. Once the price will be there, where there is a 1 hour 20 EM as well, in that zone I will be waiting for potential buying opportunity along the zone on gold. And this is my zone for gold, along with British pound, US dollar, euro dollar. I will be waiting for the price to drop to this important level, and then we'll jump on a trade. So as soon as I will find any trading opportunity, I will straight send it to the students in our academy private Telegram channel, as well as I will be opening the trade. So with that said, guys, if you want to trade them with me and also learn our strategies, be part of the trading community, access all the trading tools that you have, you can find a link in the description, and also there is a website link at the top of this chat. You can join us to become independent trader. So with that said, thank you very much for being here. I will be coming on live again in New York session and London session time, and I really appreciate your support here. We'll see what kind of trading opportunity we may have in the upcoming times. There will be, should have some good trade coming up, as Gbpusd and gold looks like going to be very volatile. So thank you. I will be seeing you again, and let me know in the last moment if you have any questions. Sometime after I close, I see some good question has not been answered, and I feel like, okay, I should have done that. I should have answered all the questions. So let me know in the chat which one I still didn't cover. I'll be waiting for a couple of minutes. CPI tomorrow, okay. There are a gap in most, yeah, there is a gap in most dollar pairs. So CPI tomorrow, what I think that dollar might remain bearish. So if I look at DXY, you can see that this market on DXY did exactly according to the analysis. You can see the price is below the support. So what I think that CPI might make dollar further weaker, and we could see downtrend in dollar, and hopefully that it might break this support zone. So we'll be looking to have some bullish trade on gold, and looks like that DXY is getting weaker. Thank you. I'll see you again, and until then, stay happy. Talk soon.